How do somatic mutations affect genetics? Imagine your body is like a vast city, with each cell acting as a tiny building. Inside each building is a blueprint called DNA that tells it how to function. Now, sometimes, changes happen to these blueprints, but not in the way you might think. These changes are called somatic mutations, and they can have a big impact on how your body works. Somatic mutations are changes in the DNA that happen in any cell of your body except the reproductive cells, which are egg and sperm cells. Because they occur after you are conceived, they are not passed down to your children. This means they only affect the specific cells where they happen, not your entire family line. Think of it like a typo that appears in one part of a manual, but not in the original copy. These mutations can happen for many reasons. Sometimes, errors occur during DNA copying when cells divide. Other times, environmental factors like radiation, chemicals, or even certain viruses can cause damage to the DNA. Normal cellular processes also produce reactive molecules that can harm DNA, leading to mutations. When a somatic mutation occurs early in development, it can be present in many cells, creating a patchwork of different genetic instructions within your body. This is called mosaicism. If the mutation happens later, it might only be in a few cells or a specific tissue, like a patch of skin or a certain organ. Most importantly, somatic mutations are often linked to diseases like cancer. When mutations happen in genes that control cell growth, they can cause cells to grow uncontrollably, forming tumors. This is why cancer cells often have many mutations that normal cells do not. Since somatic mutations are only in some cells and not in the reproductive cells, they do not influence your inherited genetic makeup. That means standard genetic tests aimed at inherited risks usually won't detect these mutations. However, identifying somatic mutations in tumors helps doctors decide on the best treatment options. Sometimes, a person might inherit a mutation that increases their risk of cancer, but the actual cancer develops because of additional somatic mutations in specific cells. These mutations are like extra changes that happen after the original blueprint is set. In summary, somatic mutations change the genetic instructions within individual body cells, leading to differences between cells. They are a major factor in diseases like cancer but do not affect the genetic information passed on to your children. Understanding these mutations helps scientists and doctors better diagnose and treat many health conditions.